Today, you're joining me from the dazzling city of Dubai, where we're embarking on an exciting journey back to the UK on Emirates' magnificent A380. Is it possible to experience luxury in economy class? Well, brace yourselves, as today we unveil Emirates Economy, which I believe offers the ultimate blend of budget-friendly extravagance. We will step on board with over 500 other passengers to sample everything that economy class has to offer. We'll also explore what makes these economy seats the best in the world. So get ready to experience the exceptional onboard service, the huge crystal clear HD screens, and take in some breathtaking views at 35,000 feet. So sit back, relax, and keep watching to discover why Emirates Economy is the best economy class experience in the world. I arrived at Dubai Airport after only a few hours of sleep and without my morning coffee. Feeling slightly shaken and a little stirred, I headed into the terminal, looking for the Emirates desk. I quickly realised there were no Emirates desks in sight. It hit me. I'd arrived at the wrong terminal.
Come on! Stop being a baby! So we backtracked a tad!
A little longer than a few minutes later.
Quickly moving on, I finally found myself in the right terminal, Terminal 3, not Terminal 1. The check-in process at Emirates Economy is exceptional. They have both a self-service check-in area and a traditional check-in area for those with luggage. Given the sheer number of passengers they handle, they manage everything very efficiently. When I arrived, it looked like I'd be waiting quite a while, but the staff processed everyone very quickly. In the end, I think I was only queuing for about 5 minutes. Just to note, when it comes to luggage in economy, Emirates stands out by offering an impressive 25 kilos allowance, even on their lowest saver ticket. Hi guys, right, so all checked in and Dubai Airport is absolutely heaving today. There is people everywhere, and also I've just been told by my check-in agent that my flight to Birmingham is completely full too, so it's going to be a true test of Emirates today to see if they can still get it right with a full A380 plane. It's going to be interesting. So considering there were 500 other passengers boarding this A380, Emirates handled the process exceptionally well. This is in stark contrast to the passport control experience when I landed back in the UK, but more on that at the end of the video. Boarding was organised by group numbers, which the staff at the gate enforced. This ensured a smooth and pleasant boarding experience, even in economy, despite the large number of passengers. The Emirates A380 seats are configured in a 3-4-3 formation on this plane. There are 14 first class seats, 76 business class seats, and 427 economy seats. And I was in seat 53J, which was a middle seat in a row of 3 seats. Upon arriving at my seat, despite being in the middle seat with passengers on either side, I was pleasantly surprised by how inviting it looked. Waiting on every seat was a cosy blanket and a pair of Emirates headphones. For me, Emirates' choice of colours and materials in economy class really enhanced the cabin's ambience. Everything appeared really well maintained, and the large HD screens really added to the overall comfort and appeal of the cabin. As the cabin was starting to fill up, I took my seat, and for an economy seat, the legroom was good, and I didn't feel tight or crammed in. Then I started to explore the huge media screen. Emirates' iSystem, which stands for Information, Communication and Entertainment, is fantastic for in-flight enjoyment. Every seat has an HD screen, offering a massive selection of over 4,500 movies, TV shows, music and games. You can even watch live TV and sports. Plus there's in-flight Wi-Fi and mobile connectivity to keep you connected. The touchscreen interface is super easy to use, and there are options in multiple languages, so there's something for everyone to enjoy. One of the coolest features is the tail cams. These external cameras give you amazing views from outside the plane, like takeoff, landing and cruising at high altitudes. It's like having a window seat no matter where you're sitting on the plane. Since the flight was full and I didn't have a window seat for takeoff and landing, I asked the flight attendant if I could switch to one of the empty reserve seats at the front of the cabin. These seats usually cost around £100 to upgrade because they offer extra legroom. They were really kind and said yes, letting me move just for takeoff so I could get the footage I wanted. After that, I had to go back to my middle seat for the rest of the flight. It gave me a chance to have a good look around this front row seat, and although I wouldn't have paid the £100 myself, I think anyone who needed the extra legroom would be more than happy to spend 7 hours or more here. It was a really nice gesture though, so a big thank you to the flight attendant and also to Emirates. After the seatbelt signs were turned off, we got our first meal of the flight, and yes, I said first because of Emirates, even on a 7-hour flight you get 2 proper meals. And this one, it was breakfast and lunch. So for breakfast, I had a well-stocked box with a scrambled egg and cheddar toasted roll, a muffin, some fresh fruit and a yogurt. I also washed it all down with a nice coffee. After finishing all of that food, I decided to stretch my legs and take a look around the huge economy cabin. Now Emirates has an incredible setup with 10 toilets just in their economy cabin on the A380, so there's hardly ever a queue for the toilet, plus they keep them really clean throughout the entire flight. I have to say, I almost felt like I could eat my lunch in there. Well, okay, maybe not quite, but you get the idea. I flew to Dubai with British Airways in first class, and it's crazy to think that the toilets in Emirates economy class were kept in much better shape and cleaner throughout the entire flight. Now if you want to see what flying in first class is like with British Airways, I'll leave a link at the end of this video. I then took the really long walk back to my seat, and honestly, it was quite a trek. These planes are absolutely huge. And as usual, I ended up with someone reclining their seat in front of me. The guy had his blanket over his head though, so I didn't want to disturb him. One issue with these seats is that the tray tables are fixed, but the seats recline. This setup can trap things between the seat and the tray table. I've seen iPads and laptops almost get broken or squashed because of it. It's definitely a problem. Personally, I don't think airline seats should recline on daytime flights. They should be locked unless it's an overnight flight. What do you guys think though? Let me know in the comments. Then the main event, lunch, was served, and at this point the flight attendant actually woke the passenger up and told him to put his seat back so I could eat my lunch. As I hadn't pre-ordered my meal, there was chicken or beef on offer and I opted for the chicken. They served the curry, rice and sauce separately, which was a nice touch, so you could mix as much as you liked. I was pleasantly surprised to find proper cutlery in economy class, and to top it off, dessert included salted caramel profiteroles, my favourite. There was also chocolate and an oat and honey bar, and I mean, come on, having a well-stocked lunch service like this on a 7-hour economy flight is just incredible. Just after the lunch service was cleared away, we started our descent. I asked the cabin crew if I could move back into one of the reserved seats to get footage of our landing into Birmingham. They said yes, and I got some great footage. One thing I have to say about this plane is how clean the windows were. Usually, it's really difficult to get good footage for a plane window because they're often dirty or have marks on them, but Emirates A380 windows were spotless inside and out, which made for some great shots as we headed down into Birmingham. So to quickly sum up, in my opinion, and you might have already guessed, Emirates economy on the A380 I think is unbeatable. The planes are absolutely spotless, the crew take great pride in their customer service and interactions with the passengers, you get 2 full meal services, headphones, blankets, and in my opinion, the best HD screen and media system in the sky. I've recently flown premium economy with British Airways and Virgin, and I think Emirates regular economy possibly beats both of them. I actually got off this 7-hour economy flight and could have easily done it again, and that was in a middle seat on a sold out A380. So if I'm ever travelling east in the future and Emirates flies one of their A380s on that route, I definitely know which airline would be my first pick. So I always try and make my reviews as honest as possible and keep the camera rolling so you guys can experience everything as it happens. The only slight issue I had on this journey was upon landing back in the UK. And while in Dubai, I didn't encounter a single queue, even boarding an A380, but as soon as we arrived at Birmingham Airport, it took me about 30 minutes to get through immigration. There simply weren't enough staff to handle 500 passengers disembarking from an A380 all at the same time. Also, just to update you on the channel, I finally got over 1,000 subs a couple of weeks ago. I just want to say thank you to everyone who has watched, supported and subscribed. It's been amazing and I've loved interacting with you all in the comments. I really do appreciate it. Going forwards though, I won't be able to release a review every Friday. I want to try and focus on quality rather than quantity, so the channel will be moving to a bi-weekly schedule for the next couple of months. This is going to help me build up a catalogue of footage and get ahead of myself again. But thank you all so much for watching this video, and I'll hopefully see you again soon.